All right, everyone, welcome back from the intermission. I hope you got your popcorn and you're ready for part two of the Yes, yes, Paula's got it. Part two of the Movies and Popcorn Movement Global Vision Conference 2020. Live your vision, change the world, raise the vision of the world. Every child on the planet should have food and clothing and movies and popcorn. And I have two of the most extraordinary women in my world that I wrote last night that they are heroes to me. They are heroes because these two women stand for the poor. They stand for the hungry. They stand for the downtrodden. They stand for the forgotten. They stand for the disenfranchised. They stand for the ones that don't have hope in parts of the world that are hopeless. And so it's an incredible, incredible honor. With extreme excitement, I introduce you to two of my dear, dear friends, Alix and Paula. Paula, hello. Alix, hello. Welcome to the Global Vision Conference.
Hi, Johnny. Bravo, one more time for you, Johnny. You put it all together. You're hanging in there. I was just asking him, how is Johnny doing? He don't even get up to get a glass of water.
Facebook made us take a break.
Your energy is always on the top, and you're always inspiring people. And I love you deep from my heart.
I love you too. Thank you. Thank you. So tell us how one word. We have two organizations being represented here, two of my favorite in the world. By the way, one, I have been a member since right here. I don't take this off. Look, it's yellowing. This thing is so old, it's yellowing that it has been an organization that advocates for the world, and I have been a part of it since the beginning. Paula, tell us about the one organization.
Okay, I'm gonna use share screen.
Okay, sure,
So
absolutely.
we can all see. You know, the one campaign is a campaign to eradicate extreme poverty and preventable diseases. It's a global campaign. We are like around 9 million people all over the world volunteering, you know, using our voices for the people they can use there. So I don't know if you can see it here. That is Bono quote. This is our moment. This is our gift generation. No? And more than ever right now, it's a change in the world. So it's our gift generation that we can do something to make it happen finally. And what we do is we don't ask for money. We ask for your voice. We advocate to our representative. You know, we make calls, we're writing down letters, and we go to Congress to talk to them personally to let them know what projects are for making law to make other people's life better.
Wow.
So this is Johnny and I, and one of these events, always representing one.
Ah, yes, yes.
In that picture. Here, what one does is make sure that the goals from the United Nations are achieved. And these are the five. They have like 10 more, Alice, right? Alex, they're now 17 in the beginning.
Yes, Alix, feel free to jump in and you support wherever, and then when you lead with care, Paula will chime in with you. We're educating the world right now about both your organizations.
Alex is my lovely friend forever from one. Have been together for I don't know more than 10 years, 14 years already. And Alex is the one who knows everybody in Congress, who knows who the right people to talk is, and I admire her so much. So one of the goals from one actually is this: no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, and it's like a 11 or 12 more, you know, like but this is the more important, the vaccination. Right now we're talking about vaccination also. This is some of the progress that we have been made since 1990, and the portion of people globally living in less than $1.90 has dropped by 66%. That is why I keep volunteering for one, because I see the results. We make things happen. So that's the idea in the beginning, was to get to zero in 2015, but unfortunately we couldn't make it. So now we extended to 2030. When there's extreme poverty, people living all over the world with less than $1.90 a day. That was, we talking about this, about also another project that we did is babies born with HIV. We cut it from 2005, there were 1,200 babies born with HIV. Today, I think it was in Washington for 2017 or 2018, I don't remember exactly, it was only 400 babies. And the idea was to get zero by 2020. We're not there yet, but almost there. And this is, it's all this information is on the one.org page. It can show you facts, how we cut all these numbers, right? People dying for malaria, children's death declined 54%, 60 million children go to school, 50 million people have lives in Africa. We make things happen. That is what I love. This year, my family, all the way from everybody to Washington. Every year we go into Washington. Here's a picture all over the country, people from all over the country. We all together and we rock the Capitol that day.
There I am.
Oh.
Let me show you.
Yes.
I don't know. You can see her right
yes,
here.
Yes.
I think I'm right behind her with my mom around here.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah. So what we do is that, right? Well, we go into our representative and we let them know there's some projects that are helping the poorest people, bring them education, bring them vaccines, and they sometimes they don't know, and we educate them, right? And then they open their eyes and say, "Oh, wow!" And less than 1% of the budget, less than 1% of the budget that we use to help those 100 millions of people. So most of us, that's what we do. That is why we are holding this vision together, right, Johnny?
Yes.
Zero hunger and all the kids having food, clothes, movies.
Yes. Yes, and you guys are the ones that are advocating, because the money's there. The money's there. They just need a voice. They need a united voice, and that's what we do at One. That's what you guys do. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's so easy. You can go to the website, one.org. Let me see.
Is that up, Victor? One.org?
Let me see if I can share again here. There we go. It's just here, one.org. You have all take action about One, the issues, the blog, how to volunteer.
But they could become a member. They just, the number one thing is we just ask to be a member.
You just put your email, and we send you emails only when it's need to take action. It's not that you're going to have 100 emails a day or a month. Just only when it's important to take action. Like right now is a bill in the Congress. Call your representative. And also on your phone, they send you a text and you put yes, and they just connect you with your representative. You don't even have to, dial the number. You just hi, that's it.
Yes.
It's super easy to be part of it.
So bring the screen back to us. So those of you that are watching that are skeptical, the power of One. What happens? I'm saying, I remember back in 2011, we had a Vision Miami event, and we advocated for just nets, for Congress to pass money to get nets to children that the malaria mosquito was killing every year. And we were able to save, I think it was 4 million children just by advocating. Do you remember we're calling Congress, and then they advocated the money to save these 4 million children? You remember that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it actually works.
It works. It works.
It's a simple idea.
Mm-hmm.
Go where the money is and ask for it.
Yes.
And the most important is our money. It's the taxes money. It's not money from somebody else. It's your money. So, and that people work for you. Your representative, they work for you, and this is very important. They need to hear from us.
Mm-hmm.
They're very happy when we get together and we go to office and ask them for those issues, because they need proof that their people care about those issues. Sometimes they have so many on their plate. If nobody say, hey, we want you to take care of this, oh, okay, yes, because sometimes they want, but if nobody let them know, it's another million of stuff that they have to do.
Victor, can you put them back on the screen? My two advocates, my two angels.
Say it again.
Okay, put you back on the screen. So I'm looking at you and Alix. Now, to all our watchers, can you imagine these two coming to your office as a congressman and advocating for you? Wouldn't you just be endeared to have them? Yes, what do we need? They went to Congress and let them know we can save 4 million children just by nets, nothing complicated. They have food and they need a mosquito net because these mosquitoes are killing children. And these two angels advocated before Congress. I called all day. I remember one phone call after another. You guys mobilized me. You mobilized everybody that was at that Vision Miami event. And I remember the day it happened. It was done, and the money went just to save children. They're not political. They don't know right from wrong. And so I cannot commend you enough for just the voice of what you two are doing. Go ahead, Alix.
Well, I just wanted to say one more thing about one before we jump into care. And that is that today's action is to ask Congress to provide $12 billion towards a global response to COVID. And you must understand why this is so important, because none of us are safe from COVID until all of us are safe. If there is still COVID in developing countries, going forward, it's going to make its way back to us. We are a mobile world, and if we don't respond to this virus with a global response, we're going to be living with it forever.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
So just go to one.org.
Just go to one.org. It's simple. Just put your email. All right. So now let's go to care. That's a great segue. And you were having a party here. Let's tell me about care. This is a remarkable organization that has been around a very long time, making a difference. 75. Tell us about this incredible, that I've always believed in your mission. Tell us about care.
Well, this is the 75th anniversary of care, which was founded in 1945 as a response to all the terrible refugees all across Eastern Europe after World War II and throughout Europe. We started off sending care packages.
That's where care packages came from. Care.
That's how it got into the lingo, through care. But along these 75 years of trying to provide relief to people, we have discovered that when you help a woman, she will help her entire community. She will help her city, her country, and her world. And so CARE's mission has developed to focus on women and girls just because we know that's the best way to make the biggest difference. CARE at this moment is supporting the $12 billion ask to Congress, as well as many other groups. We have all the humanitarian groups have joined together and settled on this number of 12 billion to ensure that we have a global response to COVID.
Tell me about more about girls, because
Wow.
because this is where our vision is. By the end of the decade, we feed and clothe every child on the planet, and the essence is where women are empowered, children have food and clothing, and movies empower. So we're empowering women. So tell us, CARE I know is very specific about young girls in every aspect.
Oh yeah. There are so many ways that we work to provide opportunity for young girls and for their mothers, because if the mothers aren't empowered, the daughters will not be either. So we work on issues of food security, number one, vaccinations, all kinds of ways in which women and girls are not equal. And because we know that until we are all equal, none of us are equal.
Mm-hmm.
So CARE has 100 offices in 100 countries all over the world, and works on very holistic programs around women and girls, mainly in the most rural areas of the world, but also in huge slums in Kenya, in refugee camps, in conflict areas, many places where women need a hand up, and to get them to be empowered.
So can people watching now, can they go to CARE? Let's say someone has moved, they want to buy a CARE package, they want to invest in CARE. One is the political organ. We're signing people up to be a part of the political movement. What can someone do right now in this moment for CARE?
Oh, so easy. You can either go to care.org and learn all about CARE and all the different ways that we're working on helping women and girls, and donate if you like. CARE certainly appreciates donations. I think about 40% of their funding comes directly from the government, which leaves a lot of funding that they need to get together on their own. Or you can go to careaction.org and take that action that Paula and I are talking about to convince Congress to expand our COVID response to the whole world as it should be.
Paula, how do we be like you guys? How can we become like you two? How can we become advocates? If we want it, we can donate right now. We can write a check. We can go online and give. People are signing up for one. What if we wanted to become like you two? What does someone need to do?
It's so easy. You just go to volunteer, and you can make your own meetings with people and just write in letters and collect the letters, and then get together and go to the office, to the, I don't know, senator or your Congress, Or you can, what we do is we do fun events. That is what I say. Sometimes volunteering sounds like, oh yes, volunteer, yes, an old lady, an old man that has nothing to do. Not you, Alix. You're a powerful woman.
You guys are powerful.
Yes. But what I always do, I love rock. So I get involved into one because of Bono. So I'm always going to do
Me too.
events. Yes.
Me too.
You know, so I'm always trying to do events fun. I mean, when I put together music, art, like in your events, Johnny, you always put together artists and people, and then we're right there with a table of one, and then a couple of hours we tell people what is one, and you just collect names or make people go and want the org. And when they realize that it's so easy to be part of such a big movement, it's so easy, just with a click. They send you an email and you just press a click and you already send a letter to your congresswoman or to your senator or whatever you need to send it to. It's so easy to be part of it. And then when you get the results, it gives you a sense of pride, enormous sense of pride, like, oh yes, I was part of it, I helped make it happen. So, and last year when we went to, always in February we go to Washington, right? And last year I was having a really hard personal problem with my daughter. I had to move, and just in a couple of weeks. And I was like, oh, I don't think if I go to one this year. And then I thought about it, like, what I'm talking about. It's a lot of people that are devastating. It's a lot of people, they don't have food, they don't have resources, they don't have opportunities. And I'm complaining because I have a little problem with my daughter. It wasn't little for me in the moment, but comparison with the whole problem with other people, it makes you get perspective, in life. What this really matters in life. We are one. We are all together, and now more than ever we like that, right? Like Alix say, now with this hobby, we figured out that, oh, we're all the same. We're all humans. Hello. So it's just easy. Just go to one.org, put your name on it. If you want to volunteer, doesn't need to be every day, all the time. You can do an event every month or 2 months, 3 months. Sometimes it happens that I don't have that much time, but I keep, the word out. You just share it in your social media. It's easy. It's easy and it's fun. That's what I always say.
You too, everyone, my heroes, my heroes. Uh-oh, Victor's up on the chair. Victor's up applauding. 2 times today. I got 2 times. Oh my goodness, you two. See, oh, more hugs. More hugs, you two. You two. You are the ones that are the voice for the voiceless. And I'm the cheerleader for you. And we're raising people's visions today. We're bringing life. People who are living their vision want to contribute. They make time for others. You two are living your vision, and I could not be happier to have the two of you on my team all these years and for the next decade. And we are going to celebrate because I think it's going to happen faster. This pandemic has shown how if the world can shut down and be inside, and all governments can, quote, come together to make this shutdown, well, we can come together and feed and clothe every child on the planet and share movies and popcorn with them. We can do it in the twinkling of an eye, as quickly as that. We got it. We getting into the hearts of their children, asking, Daddy, how come children don't have food? How come children don't have what I have? And it getting into the sifting into these corporations that control the food, the hearts, the spirit. So thank you, my sisters. Thank you.
One more thing. Sometimes
Sure.
people think that it's too big. Oh yes, it's happened over there in Africa. No, it's happening everywhere. Everywhere is suffering from hunger. Here too, but it's not, that worse than in other places. And keep the vision. Like we talked yesterday, keep the vision. If you don't keep your vision, it's never gonna happen. You just live in the future, but in a positive one. Hold your vision and don't worry about it how it's now. Just hold the vision, and we manifest. The more that we hold the vision, the faster the manifest.
Yes. Thank you, you two. Thank you. Stay on, and we'll see you standing together later on with the Cosmic Twins, raising the vision of the world. I love you too. Love you too. Love you too.